Hello, and welcome to Mr.ClixFlix. I'm your host, as always, Mr.Clix, working every day to bring you the best Heroclix channel available on YouTube. And in today's video, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the attack power known as Pulse Wave. Pulse Wave is designated by this yellow coloration on the character's dial over the attack value. The 2013 Powers and Abilities card states, give this character a ranged combat action, even if it's adjacent to an opposing character. The area of effect for this attack is half the character's range. Draw lines of fire to all other characters within range, within the area of effect, including at least one opposing character. These lines of fire ignore all game effects except for walls, blocking, and elevated terrain. Game effects possessed or used by characters within a line of fire drawn to them are ignored until the action has been resolved. If a line of fire is drawn to more than one character, this character's damage value becomes 1 and is locked. Each character is dealt damage. Now, that's really wordy, but we're going to go ahead and get through this. It's actually not quite as bad as you would think. So, first of all, let's get into the area of effect and how you figure it out. On the character's dial, you'll see here is his range. And on Magneto from the Avengers vs. X-Men starter, his range is 8, so half of that is 4. Really easy. So anybody within 4 squares of him is in the area of effect. So let's go ahead and get into our couple of examples here. So we have Magneto. And then for the Avengers side, we're going to go ahead and have Iron Man. Okay? Now, normally, Iron Man would get +1 to his defense for being in the hindering terrain. But Pulse Wave ignores terrain that's not blocking or elevated or a wall. So that's this. He would also ignore all of the powers on Iron Man's defense. So this is the gold on Iron Man's defense is called Impervious. We'll get to that in a different video. But that's ignored. Everything on the dial is ignored. And something that's special about Pulse Wave is even if the character has stealth and is in hindering, since it ignores the terrain, the stealth doesn't work either, and you'd still be able to hit him. Now, since Iron Man is the only person within the area of effect for Magneto, he's dealt Magneto's full 4 damage if he does hit. So Magneto has an 11 attack, Iron Man has a 17 defense, Magneto needs a 6 to hit, and he got a 7. Okay, so Iron Man would be dealt 4 damage. Okay, and then you give Magneto his action token, and that would end your turn. Now, let's go ahead and get into a slightly more complex example. Alright, we still have Iron Man here, but we'll also say that Spider-Man is here. Okay. Now, and then we'll put Captain America down here. Now, since Magneto is able to target, or since more than one character is within the area of effect, Spider-Man and Iron Man, Magneto cannot draw a line of fire to Captain America because of this square blocking terrain. So he's only able to hit these two guys. They both have a 17 defense. However, the powers on their dials are ignored. This hindering terrain is ignored. So Magneto needs a 6 to hit them both. Now he's gonna, since he draws line of fire to each of them, he has to be able to hit them each with the same attack roll. So he needs a 6 to hit them both. Go ahead and roll. And he rolled a 9. Okay, whoop, rolled it. Okay. So since he hit more than one character, or targeted more than one character, or drew line of fire to more than one character. Sorry, just trying to get the wording right for you guys. Iron Man's dealt 1 damage. Spider-Man's dealt 1 damage. Captain America couldn't have line of fire drawn to him, so he took no damage. Okay, now let's go ahead and do one more quick example here. Let's go ahead and say that, if we can get them in frame somehow, let's go ahead and say Cyclops is right there, and he's friendly to Magneto. And Magneto made his attack roll, and he made a 10. Alright, he would be able to hit Spider-Man. Cyclops would get hit, even though he is friendly to Magneto. And Iron Man would get hit. And they would all take 1 damage. And that's pretty much all there is to know about Pulse Wave. If you're only able to draw a line of fire to one character, like in the very first example, they take all the damage. If it's more than one character, even if it's a friendly character, even if Spider-Man wasn't here, Magneto would still be able to draw a line of fire to his friendly character Cyclops and an opposing character Iron Man, so his damage would become 1 and is locked. So you can't, get his damage value to 1 because he's targeting more than one, then perplex it up. That can't happen. So that's all there is to know about Pulse Wave. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can be one of the first to view my Heroclix videos as they become available. Until next time, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.